Good morning, Aries. Hopefully, these readings are going to be a little bit quicker this week because my kids are starting back at school, which means I might have to sort of be a little bit more selective with my time. So, shorter readings, everybody, this week. But Aries, I do want to do your reading because at the moment you've got Mars in Aries. So this could actually be a general reading because Mars in Aries will affect everybody. But Mars is the ruling planet of Aries. It's Mars is literally the god Aries in classical culture. So it's the god of war, the god of action, the god of going for what you want. But it's also quite a hot-headed energy, so just be wary of that. You may be feeling really sort of fired up about things, about going for what you want, which is brilliant, right? It's action energy, it's the energy of achievers. Just be careful to kind of temper yourself a little bit. Now Mars is going to go retrograde in Aries on the 6th of September. I think I've got it right. I'm not the best at astrology, so you can go and look that up for further information. There's a link to Cafe Astrology down below, and they have all the information on these things, so you can look that up a little bit more. But with Mars going retrograde, I feel like there's going to be sort of kind of like a pullback energy of maybe you were racing towards something and it's kind of almost like hold your horses, kind of reassessing, pulling back. I'm not quite sure, but do be aware of that from around the 6th. I think it's for a good few weeks. Mars going retrograde, it could be problems, like you might not be able to go for what you want with quite as much energy. It doesn't mean you have to scrap everything. It's just a pullback energy. Right, I'm going to go into the guided messages because I get a lot through before you're reading Aries, because I have a day off on Sunday. It's like it kind of like opens up space for more messages to come through. So a lot of them came through in the middle of the night, and you can see, like, can you read my writing? Like, look at this one here. What does that say? I know what it says, thankfully, but what you got the first song that came through yesterday evening was Pink by Aerosmith. Or was it on Saturday? It might have even been on Saturday evening. But yeah, pink is the colour of fashion. So that song came through. Then Apologise by One Republic keeps coming back through on and off. And that was kind of a song from last week, but it's haunting me a little bit. So the first line that came through from that was, I can't read it. Take a chance on me, something like that it says in the song. Take a shot on me. Take a chance, take a shot on me. I can't remember, but that line anyway, whatever that is. And then this was a really weird one. This was like I think it was about midnight. I've been asleep for about 2 hours. I fell asleep early last night, and I woke up with, like, I could see it almost looked like a promo for a TV show, and it had it's like a stage set with pink neon lights in the background, and I was kind of like, what is this? And they were like, Jimmy Kimmel. So I was like, Jimmy Kimmel, okay, why are you telling me about Jimmy Kimmel? So I don't know if somebody's been watching him, something's going on with him that I don't know about, not a clue. Maybe he's been in the news, or maybe he will be. But yeah, very clearly Jimmy Kimmel, don't know why. But then I heard Larry, and somebody said, got another job, Larry? Got another job, Larry? Don't know what that means. Maybe that means something to someone. I don't watch Jimmy Kimmel. He's not really, I don't think his show is on in the UK. But I've seen like clips of him online and things like this. I know who he is. But yeah, so it's just weird that Jimmy Kimmel came through. Then I got the word nostalgia. So I heard the word nostalgia, which is interesting because I've been quite nostalgic. I went to see my nanny yesterday. I was looking at old photos. She's trying to give away, if it can kind of come in like this, she's trying to give away all her old jewellery. So yeah, she's trying to make sure things go to the people she wants them to go to and this kind of thing. So yeah, it was quite a nostalgic, looking at old photos of like her dad, her husband, my grandpa. So yeah, it was very nostalgic. But I heard the word nostalgic and then nostalgia, and then they said to me, this means something. This means something. So nostalgia is probably going to be a key theme for us for a while. What does that say? Vinegar. I could smell vinegar in the middle of the night. Somebody may have been putting a lot of vinegar on the chips or something. Don't know. Then I got the One Republic song again. Apologise. The line, I need you like a heart needs a beat. Okay. So something for someone there. And then I woke up again because I had a really sharp pain in my right thigh. So it felt like a stabbing pain or a needle or an injection, something like this, or like almost like something had bit me. But yeah, a pain in my right thigh, sort of slightly lower thigh, upper right leg. Yeah, don't know if that means anything. Then this next song that came through was Royal by Lorde, something like that. I'll put it in the description box back down below with all the other songs that come through for your reading. Yeah, we're gonna be royals. It's that song. And I'll rule, I'll rule, I'll rule, I'll rule. That one. Sang it really badly, but there you go. Then I got Independent Love Song by Scarlett, which was I'll Show You How to Teach Me and Different Way, with the lines that popped through for that, which is interesting because the messages that came through, they started with pink, which my online presence is a very pink online presence. I use a lot of pink in my branding, you know, darling. And then my favourite colour is actually more of a reddish scarlet colour. So it started with my branding and ended with my actual favourite colour. So moving on to Aries specifically, I looked at your reading. So what you had going on in your last reading was doing a lot of looking back at the past, a lot of questioning why, doing some shadow work. The shadow card actually came out of this deck to confirm that as I was shuffling. Finding some kind of inner strength within yourself, self-acceptance, and taking action towards your happiness. So that was kind of the current themes of last week, and we'll see where you're up to with that in this reading. And then really interestingly, because, you know, taking action towards your happiness, I asked the universe for a randomized song for you on Spotify, and it was so sweet. I was like, I think I said something like, what is the best song that you can give for people coming to the Aries reading today? What do you want them to know? What's the best, like the most important song that you could give them? My back's going hot now. And the universe gave you I Just Want to Wish You Happiness by Badly Drawn Boy. The universe just wants to wish you happiness. How sweet is that? So the line that popped out was specifically for you regarding what was going on last week. Time spent remembering the things we should forget. So have you spent too long now thinking about things that really perhaps are painful, really could be left in the past? They're not serving you. It's not doing you any good to keep thinking about those things. So it's time to move on now. Find that inner strength, find the self-acceptance, move on. Don't keep beating yourself up over things from the past. Right, I'm going to tune into the energies and I'm going to drink a bit more coffee. I think coffee is my key to connecting with the universe. And then we're going to start pulling some cards for you. Okay, Aries, see you in a second. Okay, Aries. As I was tuning into the energies, just to describe what I normally do, so I sit in kind of the receiving pose, which is a yoga kind of pose, I think a Buddhist pose, and I imagine two kind of spirals, almost like two double helixes of energy going from the ground to the sky. One of them is going upwards to the sky and one of them is coming downwards from the sky. And then I imagine that energy going down into the earth like roots and up into the sky like the branches of a tree. So that's kind of what I visualize as I'm tuning into the energy, and I visualize that running through me. Now, the energy did something different for you today. I was guided to kind of move my hands in almost like I was pulling down a bubble around down me. So some of you may do this as a meditation practice. It's unusual for me to do this. And what I'm thinking is that Aries right now has almost like a protective bubble of energy around them from the universe. I'm visualizing like almost like when you blow a bubble and you can see all those rainbow colors on the surface of the bubble. That's kind of, it's like a rainbow bubble around you, a protective rainbow bubble of happy energy. So if you want to also visualize that, if you do meditation practice, I feel like that may be helpful to you right now. The universe is trying to bring you happiness, so let's work with it and embrace that bubble of energy around you. Right, okay, Aries, let's get you your first card. So the archetypes deck, the shadow card came out of this at first, but I feel like that is what you were kind of working through. Here we go, Starborn. That has come out so many times. this last week or so. In the underlying, you have the Lover as well. So, are you a lover, not a fighter? Interesting. They're giving me Mars and Venus, the divine couple of classical literature, the patrons of Rome in the Augustan period. Yeah. So, just briefly, Mars and Venus are kind of like the divine counterparts, the divine lovers. So it's yin yang energy, right? Mars, men are from Mars, women are from Venus, if you want to sort of quote that famous line. And again, gender is very, very fluid in my tarot reading. So don't take any gender as a fixed gender. Energy is mutable. Everybody is impacted by all the energies at different points in their life. So, but taking on that kind of trope of Mars is the masculine, Venus is the feminine, and they are this divine couple, the perfect match because they're yin yang. So Mars is currently in Aries, which is its home sign, and Venus is going to move into Leo very soon. Is that on the 6th of September? Again, I'm not the best at astrology, so you can go and look that up and clarify this with further information. I just know that Venus is about to move into Leo, which means that Mars and Venus are both in fire signs, which is a sign of action, passion, things getting really quite heated. So I'm not surprised actually that this kind of lover Venus energy is showing up in Mars's reading today. That's making a lot of sense. I may link a video to Erica Elmutz down below, and she's just done a reading on Mars and Venus, so you may find that interesting if you are looking for love. For everybody else, okay, so these two have been out already for me in the past week. Why is the Destroyer here? Now I'm going to pause and quickly just read the description of these cards. I may or may not read them out, but I'm wondering why the Destroyer is here between the Starborn and the comic. I will be back with you in a moment. Okay, I'm going to read these to you. I'm seeing these as two different energies, possibly like Mars and Venus energy with somebody in between them. So I haven't actually read them. I've just changed my mind and decided to read them on camera. So the Starborn, I'm seeing this as a person. The divine child, the star child, the destined. An elusive yet radiant aspect of the self, the Starborn archetype points to the cosmic spark of light that arrives with each being at birth. The moment the newborn crowns, the royal stars are said to constellate in a unique shape that maps out our path in the world. Someone can't speak their truth because my voice is closing up. Somebody's throat chakra's acting up. The idea of destiny is controversial, yet the Starborn naturally feels a sense of destination and purpose, aiming itself towards a future that is beyond the mundane. When this card appears, travel back to your birth story for clues and insight. What did you desire when you were young? Yeah, key theme. What was I talking about? Nostalgia, saying why, going back to that childhood. Yeah, okay, absolutely. Knew that would come through. Practice seeing your life from a mythic point of view rather than as a series of logistics. Read the story of the three fates and envision yourself born under the stars with a unique destiny. When light, alert, trusting, vibrant, aimed. When this card appears, don't be surprised if you receive a surge of desire for a long-lost dream, one you haven't visited since childhood. Let this desire shake you up. Have your chart read, study your constellated shape, ask questions. What does the process conjure in you? Faith or mistrust? What would happen if you saw the galaxy as your ally? Okay, so down below in the description box, that link for Astrology Cafe will take you to a service where you can get a free, get your birth chart, your natal chart from when you were born for free. It's where all the planets were when you were born, at the moment you were born. It's very, very useful. It's quite a lot of information, so do have a look at that when you've got some spare time, but you could potentially find that very, very insightful, so do go and click that link if you haven't already. And you can check out your other major signs as well. Maybe have a look at what what's your Mars sign. Maybe that would be interesting to look at what your Mars sign is and go and look that up as well, and your Venus sign perhaps. this week as the readings come through. Obviously this is the first of many this week. So I'm going to read the comic next, because I feel like this is probably you and this is possibly another person. You can switch the roles around as necessary. You could be the destroyer. Mars the destroyer. That is, oh, interesting. It's Mars. Mars is between you. Mars the destroyer. No, Mars the avenger. Okay, but it is Mars. Okay, in the Augustan period, I've just got it. In the Augustan period, I talk about this a lot because it's my topic. It's what I studied at university, quite in depth. He was building a temple. Was it Mars the Destroyer? I feel like, or is it Mars the Avenger? I think it's Mars the Avenger. I don't know why I'm hearing it so clearly as Mars the Destroyer right now. But it's the Emperor Augustus started a building project during his life. There was a temple to Mars the Avenger. I'm going to say Mars the Destroyer because this is how I'm seeing it. And basically the whole point of this, it was a history of Rome. I mean, he was inflating his own ego. It was like, this is why I should be the Emperor of Rome. This is why I'm the best person to be the Emperor of Rome right now. But he could trace his lineage back to both Mars and Venus. So the whole temple was this big story about the history of Rome, this narrative of all the great people in Rome that all basically led up to the point of him being the emperor. And in the middle was this great big statue of Mars the Avenger. And the meaning of that was because when Augustus came into power, he took vengeance upon the people who murdered his adoptive father, Caesar. So he went through this period of being Mars the Destroyer, Mars the Avenger, which is what got him to power, right? That Mars energy was what, which is a god of war as well. This warring energy, this action energy is what made him emperor, and he honoured that. Now, I'm not saying anyone should go out starting wars. You absolutely shouldn't. One of the things I love about Augustus was he was a negotiator. He was a man. A key sort of phrase from the Augustan period was a man alike for war or peace. You can find that a lot in Livy when he's talking about past kings of Rome, the historical kings of Rome. A man alike for war and peace. And Aeneas, who was the kind of like the hero, the epic hero of Rome. So they really valued this idea, this concept of like being a peacemaker, finding peace, being a negotiator, looking for peace first. Try to do the peaceful method first. But if you try the peaceful method and it fails, or you need to protect your home and country, then you move into that Mars energy of being right, it's time for war, we have to do it. So it's knowing when. It's the message I'm getting here on a personal level is knowing when to fight and knowing when to negotiate. Okay, this is important for you right now. You only fight when you have to fight. If you can negotiate, you negotiate first. But this Mars the Destroyer energy is here supporting your reading today. Don't physically fight. Don't do anything illegal. Don't do anything stupid. You know, maybe you're a boxer, right? Maybe your job is to be, I was getting King in the Ring a while back. Maybe your job is to be a professional fighter, in which case you want that Mars the Destroyer energy. What I'm trying to say is that there are contexts where it's appropriate for that energy to be, and contexts where it's inappropriate to be in that energy. So you utilize that energy in a productive way, not a destructive way. Destroyer. Okay, moving to the comic, which I see is possibly another person. The Joker, the Clown, the Fool. This is one of my favourite cards. The comic carries a remedy for all that ails the world. Amid the deepest pain and suffering, there is always the potential to lift up and out of the darkness through laughter. So laughter could be very important for you right now, as something that's healing, as something that avoids the Mars the Destroyer energy, okay? It may be the thing that holds you back. It may be the thing that breaks that tension. Though dismissed by some as lowbrow or unsophisticated, this archetype actually has a highly advanced mind. Some may use the word genius, as humour requires one to see the situation from afar rather than to be swept away by the drama. The comic sees and accepts the messiness of life, using it as material to be mixed and shaped into a potion to soothe the stressed and serious mind. They literally lighten us up. Thus within, the comic is usually the sage or the magician, working healing magic upon any audience who will lend an ear. Lend me your ears. Mark Antony's speech when Caesar in it must be Julius Caesar, yeah, by Shakespeare. Mark Antony's speech is friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Or is that maybe it's not, maybe it's Cassius, Brutus. I come not to dispute what Brutus says. He's an honourable man. Okay, I'm going to come back to that in a second. The comic may be the archetype that heals the deep division in our world, one pun at a time. When, like, hilarious, ingenious, spirited, easygoing, joy, jokes and smiles are signs of a happy heart, be wary of spiritual practices or teachers who leave the comic by the wayside. The comic has plenty of shade to throw on others, and it can fall into shadow, at the drop of a hat. Beware of their sharp claws. Okay, so what I think the message that they're trying to give me for some of you is the funeral speech in Julius Caesar. What happens is Brutus comes and speaks first. Now, Brutus was obviously the person who stabbed Caesar in the back. And Mark Antony's in kind of a precarious position where he can't come out and outright say, he can't come out and accuse Brutus. Mark Antony is Julius Caesar's friend. Mark Antony does this very clever speech where he's saying, I don't disagree with what Brutus said. Brutus is an honourable man, but was Caesar. So, and then he defends Caesar without accusing Brutus. So if you're in a position where perhaps somebody has said something that's not fair or not true, perhaps you've got someone who's kind of like a traitor around you, this is saying don't attack them directly. Be very magnanimous and very sort of like gentlemanly, agreeable energy, this kind of negotiator energy of, well, I'm listening to what you say, I understand what you say, I'm not disagreeing with what you say, however, I have this other evidence here to support what I want to say. So it's a very gentle, persuasive energy rather than going in this destroyer energy. So I feel like some of you need to know that if you're entering into situations where perhaps you need to kind of defend yourself or defend someone else, possibly. Again, there's going to be messages for everybody in here. So some of the messages will be for you, some of the messages will be for someone else, but kind of take the advice, keep it in the back of your mind just in case it comes up for you. Take the things that resonate, leave anything that doesn't. Don't agonize over anything that doesn't fit. So just moving on to this destroyer energy then. This is a new card for me. I don't think I've read this one before. So the savage, the unexpected, the rejected. The destroyer, the final of the three archetypes in the trio of existence, has necessary yet painful work to do in the world. Culturally, we have an aversion to endings, and we hang on to permanence as the signifier of success. Yet the destroyer pulls the rug out from underneath relationships, jobs, homes, and all forms of security. It's the part of us that wants things to end. Its painful orientation is to uncover our true purpose. The destroyer does not let us linger long in comforts, as it knows not much happens in that realm. With its piercing eyes, it seeks out stagnancy from a distance, and the rest becomes history. In the old myths, this is the moment where heads begin to roll. I told you in Mars the Avenger, literally they chopped off Cicero's head when Augustus came into power. The story is that Cicero was trying to flee Rome. He was he kind of betrayed Augustus. Cicero was trying to flee Rome in his carriage, and he kind of put his hands and his head out of his carriage to greet the people who had come to arrest him, and they chopped his head and hands off and took them back to Augustus. That's the story. Heads literally began to roll. The ground opens up and castles crumble. Hold on for the ride, the destroyer has arrived. When light, swift and precise blows that redirect our life. In the old tales, the destroyer sometimes appears as a black dog, so black dogs may be significant for you. Other times it takes the role of gods and goddesses such as Shiva, Kali and Apophysis, Apophis. Consider Picasso's statement, every act of creation is first of all an act of destruction. Okay, so there may be something going on for you that's a destructive force. There may be something ending for you. It is between the Starborn and the comic. So whether this is coming between the Starborn and the comic to end some kind of relationship, which is for your own good, that could possibly be one way of looking at it. The other way I see potentially of reading this is this destroyer energy is coming in to clear something out. It's a destructive energy. It's like the tower moment. It can be a very, very painful energy, but the Starborn and the comic are either side of this, supporting this energy and helping it to sort of like softening, my hand's gone funny, softening its effects. So this is a knowledge that this destroyer is here because it's destiny. It's moving you onto your right path, which again, the universe is trying to bring you happiness. And sometimes happiness comes through something that has to end. On the other side is the comic, finding the laughter within the situation, finding the humour of the situation. Don't look back in anger. That's a song by Oasis. I'm just going to write that down. Okay, so they're telling me don't look back in anger, look back in laughter. Find humour in situations that are painful because it will help you heal. Okay, very key message for someone there. Right, so that is, these may be people, if you're in this energy, it may be that fate is bringing this in for you because they want you to have that happiness. But find this person who may be someone supporting you. This may be a friend who always makes you laugh when things get hard, that sort of thing. So yeah, messages in there for everybody. Just take what resonates, leave anything that doesn't. Okay, what else do you have, please, for Aries? Thank you. Lots of cards there. Okay, no place like home. Again, there's that, oh, you've got yin energy. So this is, okay, this is the counterpart. This is Mars energy, Aries energy is yang energy. And I was talking about Venus coming through earlier. Yin is the, and it's next to the lover. Yin is the feminine energy. It's the Venus energy. So here we have basically Venus and Venus next to each other. So it's like confirming for you. There may be a love interest for you. You may need to harness both the Mars energy, the masculine energy, and the gentle, softer yin energy in order to be successful here. Don't fall too much in either direction. Or this could be the person coming in to help you, the lover, yin, the comic, the person who is supporting you through this transitional period. So here we have no place like home, which is kind of like Wizard of Oz energy, right? Okay, so it's like a birdhouse in your soul, high up, separated from the world. But what I'm getting here, because this came through actually, you may want to watch some of those Tell Me Anything readings, some of the last readings from last week, especially if you have strong Aries, Aquarius or Libra in your chart, because this is the same story coming through again. Somebody is moving home. I always see this card as like a change in the wind, right? Something's changing. What's changing? Well, I sometimes say could be somebody moving home, and it's also confirmed with no place like home. Okay, these two cards together tell me that somebody's moving home. They could be moving back to their childhood home. They could be moving to, if they've moved away from the place where they grew up, they could be moving back to where they grew up. It doesn't even necessarily mean that you're moving home. It could be like, for example, yesterday I went to go and see my nana in London now, which has a lot of childhood memories for me. But you can see with the zebra returning to home. So you've been somewhere else and you're going back to somewhere from your past, whether that be permanently or just for a visit, I don't know. The zebra I see is a very individual energy, very somebody who stands out in a crowd, somebody who's their authentic self. You may have done this work where you're looking at your childhood, like it said on that Starborn card, looking at your childhood, looking at your dreams and hopes and wishes from childhood, who you wanted to be when you got older, finding that core inner self again, that true self, which is prompting some sort of a change. Now, this is, we have to be fair here. This is Libra energy. It's justice energy. It's balancing out a situation. Perhaps the situation's been unbalanced, it's been unfair, right? To be fair. So a situation that's been unfair, or it could just be yourself, your emotions, your feelings could have been really unbalanced recently. But I feel like this is coming out to balance you out. So I've put it with the comic here. So again, this could be that other person. It could be someone else in your life who is like your counterpart energy, who balances you out, who when you perhaps get hot-headed, you get angry, you get upset, agitated, this is the friend or the partner who you can rely on because they ground you. They are your opposite, so they tip the scales back in the right direction. It's really like balancing energy. So yeah, I feel this for a lot of you. This is somebody in your life who tempers you through that laughter, right? Through finding the humor in the situation. A lot of air sign energy here right now for you. otherwise, for others of you, this is tempering yourself, balancing out that very fiery Aries energy with this very, very beautiful, peaceful, funny yin energy, the softer side of yourself. You know, not always having to be like, look at that card as well there. Oh, look. Okay. Oh, oh my goodness. Like all these cards. I'm just going to quickly show you them because they're gorgeous. Blessed, truth be told, somebody might be opening the heart. Breathe, again, finding that you may need to do yoga, may need to do meditation practices, whatever works for you, whatever helps you to feel peaceful, especially if there are situations that have quite make you feel hot-headed, right, or angry. Serendipity, fate again. And then that pink is the colour of fashion. I really feel like pink is kind of like an important colour for you now. I feel like they really want you to have that kind of calm, gentle energy around you. Again, regeneration there as well. It's like regenerative energy for you. And then there's why, which is what started your reading last week. Okay, so getting far too into it. This is meant to be a quick reading. It's already like 30 minutes long. So yeah, So the Starborn, no place like home. Both of these cards have this meaning of looking at your childhood, looking at your past, finding out what your core values are, figuring out why you are the way you are, what has impacted you through your life to bring you to where you are now, where is fate trying to lead you, okay? This here is the Destroyer, which we were talking about as a destructive energy because it's trying to remove things from your life that are no longer working for you. They're not your soul path. They're not your fate. So it's removing the things that aren't there to serve you, even things that you think are there to serve you, which you may have pain because of the loss of them. This is fate saying, no, this is not your path. We're removing the blockages that are preventing you from being your authentic self and your happiness. Remember the song. Remember, okay, it's really important actually. The song that came through for you is I Just Want to Wish You Happiness. And this is from the universe. The universe is trying to make you happy, and sometimes they have to remove things and go through something that's painful in order to really, really get you on the path of true, authentic happiness. The universe is here to serve you. And then you have this energy here of balancing out some either whether that's within yourself, finding the funny side, laughing at situations that are painful, laughing especially at situations that are painful, because comedy is a healing energy, it's a soothing energy, it's a an energy that takes away the pain. Okay, really important for you there. So I'm going to get some cards to find out what's going on emotionally for you at the moment. Can you tell me what's going on emotionally, please, around Aries at the moment? Well, that's quite a few cards. So Five of Swords. Yeah, this is the energy that I feel like you've been in, where you're doing that shadow work. You're seeing the Five of Swords is a card about there being some kind of a loss, losing a situation. Perhaps you didn't get a job you wanted, something like this. But it's about kind of cutting your losses, picking up the pieces and moving on. Yeah, there we go. So what do we have here? Straight away I'm seeing the Emperor, Aries energy, leadership energy, taking control of your own life and absolutely owning it. This is owning it energy. Actually, like what they're showing me, like walking in the club like a boss kind of thing. Empire, is there a program called Empire where it's that kind of yeah, like you show up and the party starts. This is kind of what they're giving me here. We have wait, hang on a second. Yeah, so death and rebirth, again the same message. So in the normal tarot, this card is just death, okay, which scares people because they think it's an actual death. It's not about death, it's about the ending of a situation. But what I love about this card is it really emphasizes that what the death card is all about. It's an ending to bring about a new beginning, death and rebirth, and then you've got this infinity symbol between them, okay? So again, it's this energy, this could be the death card, like it's something exactly the same. Look at it, it's that destructive energy, but it's because they've got this like infinity circle. It's this constant cycle of death and rebirth, the universe clearing things out, clearing out the old so that the new can come in, the innovative can come in. We have Aquarius energy, this is innovation, getting rid of the cobwebs, the things that kind of are old-fashioned, they don't work anymore, because it's bringing in this new energy. And you can see that death's face here is a portal into a place that looks really quite amazing. And I'm also noticing these kind of like stars. There's a star here and the star here. It's almost like this ending, this destructive energy is opening up a portal for you to step into this new life, to move towards the wishes and dreams you had, the stars, your destiny. Very, very, look at all the stars actually on that card. Yeah, this is absolutely aligning you with your true purpose. Next we have the wheel. Unbelievable, unbelievable. The wheel's turning for you. Fortune's changing. Your luck is changing, and it's positive, it's upright. Your luck is changing. There's a brand new cycle coming in for you. Absolutely, this rebirth energy, this new cycle in your life. It's like a bit. It's actually huge energy. You've got 1, 2, 3 major arcanas here. It's a massive change for you. Okay. Oh my God, more major arcana, the Fool. And again, the same meaning. Taking a leap of faith into a brand new cycle for yourself. You can see she's kind of falling into that portal there as well. It's all the same energy. It's all ending. All these cards, these 3 cards are all cards of something, some cycle in your life, something completely ending, like completely walking away from something, and moving you into this brand new cycle for you, which is absolutely like divinely guided, like it's fate moving you towards your happiness. Why would you resist? Oh my God, the Lovers. This is the divine couple. This is Aries and Venus. Yeah, look, she's got that little Cupid there. This is what I feel like for some of you, the universe is trying to get you on your true path, to find you your perfect soulmate, your divine partner. And the Emperor is the divine masculine, Aries energy, the divine masculine, somebody who's got the shit together, and therefore can attract the Empress, who's the divine feminine. This reading's so cohesive. It's also, again, for some of you, it can just be balancing those 2 energies within yourself, balancing the masculine and feminine, the yin and the yang, balancing the action and the kind of softer nurturing energy. And here we go. On the bottom, there's this Hangman energy. There's a hold up. What's that song? Do, 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 do. Hang on a second. No, I can't get it. I can't get the name of the song right now, but I'm going to look it up and I'm going to put it in the description box below. Some of you may already have it. Hold up. Do, 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 do. That one. So, do you know, right from this Emperor card, they were showing that like walk into the club music and music. Yeah, straight away I was getting that kind of energy, and that song's very much the same kind of. It's like putting on the tunes, getting dressed up, looking fancy, walking in like a boss, or feeling like a boss and really owning it. And like, yeah, maybe putting on some music for you is going to help with that. But yeah, you have this Hangman energy. You can see this. She's kind of falling into this pool. This is the moment of taking the leap of faith, falling into the new life. It's like that exercise, right, where if I fall back, will someone catch me? And it's like, yes, the universe is going to catch you. But here she's stuck. It's like she falls, she's going for it, she takes the leap of faith, but then like the universe catches her. But it's like not quite yet, and she's reaching, she's like, but I'm ready, I want to go, I'm ready to take the leap of faith, let me through that portal into my new life. But the universe is like, hold up. Hold up, it's not quite the right time yet. So if they're holding you back, and I was talking about how Aries will go into retrograde soon, which is that hold your horses energy. This is the universe. They're like, hold your horses. You might be ready, but the person on the other side of this portal waiting to catch you, they might not quite have their arms open yet. They might not quite be ready to catch you. So if you are getting pulled back, if there's a hold up, just know it's divine timing. It's for your own good. The wheel is turning. This is coming in for you. Probably very, very sexually frustrated if some of you are trying to move towards somebody who you feel is like your divine partner. But yeah, the universe is doing this hold up business for you right now. It's for your own good. Okay, all this stuff, the destroyer, the hold up, it's for your own good. The universe wants everything to happen for you at exactly the right time. Okay. So try not to stress it. Try not to stress it. See the funny side of the situation. The universe is absolutely doing its magic for you right now. That's all in your feelings as well. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's all major arcana. That's unbelievable. That's actually unbelievable. Look, they're not sequential as well. The deck was properly shuffled. You've got 4, 13, 10, 0, 12, 6. It was shuffled. That is all major arcana. That's unbelievable. Go and show that to any tarot card reader, and they will explain to you that that is... Sorry, my video cut out. Yeah, any tarot card reader worth their salt will look at that and tell you that's amazing. They probably won't actually believe that those cards fell out for you, but they absolutely did. That's mega, 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 mega. So that's not going to be for every single one of you, but for a couple of you, a handful of you coming to this reading, that is... You may be very emotionally overwhelmed. All major arcana. The major arcanas are like the big players of tarot. There's like, what, 24 of them? I'm not very good with numbers. And then there's like 72 cards total. So there's like 50 minor arcana, 52 minor arcana, like 20 something major arcana. So the likelihood, the chance, right? This is what I'm saying. The chance of that happening is so slim. So that might give you an idea. Like the chance of there being no minor arcana in there is all major arcana. And 3 of them, the 3 cards in the middle here, are major changes. All cards about this huge death and rebirth energy, luck changing, taking a leap of faith into it. Like they're all this complete like end new journey energy. That is huge. I really need to emphasize how massive that is. That's what she said. Right, what's going on in your thoughts? Do I even want to know? You've only got one thought, and it's the 7 of Wands, defending something. This is the Guardian of the Gate card. Defensive. How are you going to defend your choice to take this leap of faith? How are you going to defend your beliefs, your opinions? How are you going to defend your true self? Just do it. Just be the fool. Just do it. Don't worry about the people who are coming at you. But it's also the card about getting the upper ground, about getting into a position where you're about to win because you've got the upper ground. Can I get a clarifier actually on that 7 of Wands? What's that doing in the thoughts? Look how purple they both are. So this is all intuition, spirituality. And you've got another major arcana, the Magician. The Magician is someone who takes their dreams and makes them a reality. They have all the tools to do this. You may be being slightly shifty about it. It's kind of like someone who has all the cards up their sleeve. Maybe they're not showing the full hand yet. But yeah, this is either defending your choices here to make your dreams a reality, or battling off the competition. It's something you need to fight for, and it's this alchemist energy. It's like and it's also a card for me about yin and yang in this particular deck, because I always see it as like someone taking the white flowers, which is like the yin energy, and the red flowers, which is like the yang energy, purity and sexuality, and turning them into something pink. Again, we had that pink song. These pink flowers that are unique to her. They are her particular mix, her own concoction of these two energies. And again, we've got that infinity symbol there. So that showed up here, if you look on the death and rebirth card. Okay. Gemini energy, lots and lots and lots of air energy in your reading today. Can be Virgo energy. Yeah, this is kind of like the waiting here as well in the underlying. That kind of like, it can be, again, it's another defensive energy, a shielding energy, clinging onto what you have. You can see that she's inside this house though. It's like the house is empty. She's waiting. She's ready to take the leap. She's got that red flower again on her wrist there. She wants to go outside. The moon indicates secrets, intuition again, purple energy again. and then it's almost like that window there is like the portal ready to step through into that new life, but she has to wait. She's got that hold up energy, and then there's all those emotions, that water pouring through the window. So that's why she wants to go out there, because that's where her emotional fulfillment is. The emotions are pouring through, but she's not able to step out yet. Okay, here we go. So what have we got for the action space, please, for Aries right now? Thank you. I'll just show you how that's come out. I think it's the heartbreak card. That's not one I want to see. In the underline, you've got the World. Again, another major arcana. Like these four together, all the same meaning: completing a cycle in your life, putting down your burdens, journeying home, right? Traveling home, putting down your burdens, traveling home. The World card, global travel. If the Chariot card's here, then I'm going to say global travel. No, it's not. The Hangman's back. Okay, I'm going to put it this way around. Nine of Cups. So this is like figuring out how to be happy on your own. What makes you happy? With not needing anyone else to fix your problems. Finding that inner strength, that inner self-worth, value, in order to know how to make yourself happy. It's like resilience, self-reliance. And it doesn't mean you can't be with anyone else. It doesn't mean you can't be with the lover. But if there is a hold up, it might be because you really need to know how to make yourself happy before you can really make others happy. You don't want to enter into a divine partnership and go into it with loads of baggage, right? Like you don't want to enter into your brand new cycle that is your destined happiness cycle. You don't want to enter that bubble of rainbows carrying all your burdens with you. You have to put down your burdens because you want to go into that totally fresh, right? So there may just be a few things that you're still trying to clear out here. A few things that destroyer energy is removing for you in order for you to go in like a baby. Like the Fool card is Aries energy, and it's like the baby of the tarot. Going in completely fresh and clean, ready to start this new cycle. So sorry. So yeah, that little hold up there, this Hangman energy here, is because you've got more work to do. The Eight of Pentacles is like working on something over and over and again and really perfecting it. You're perfecting this ability to make yourself happy. That crow energy is back again there. It's been around quite a lot this week. That's kind of like a guardian spirit for somebody's animal spirit. Though the crow again. Yeah, somebody's definitely got crows as kind of a spirit guide. So again, Hangman energy. It's like maybe you and this other person, because that's a masculine on that card and that's a feminine on that card. Maybe the universe is really kind of tying up your feet, holding you back, saying, yeah, I know you're reaching for this. It's not quite time. It's here. We've got it for you. We've got it safe. But there's something you need to see from a different perspective first. You need to look at the situation differently. There's something you're not quite seeing. You need to think out of the box a little bit here. There's something that they're holding you back because there's something you're not quite. Something you're missing. Pentacle. This again is like going back to the drawing board, studying. It's the Apprentice card. The Magician's Apprentice. That might mean something to somebody. There's something you need to figure out. There's something you're missing. It's kind of like back to the drawing board. Come up with a plan. And she's bringing this massive pentacle again. Look. This is coming in for you, this new opportunity, whatever this massive golden pentacle, it's like a star on it as well in both of those images. This is the star right from up here. I was pointing out these stars on these cards. Where's the other one gone? Here, your divine path, your fate. It's your fate, okay? And your fate is to make you bloody happy. But this is like that star. It is coming in for you. It is being offered. But just go and keep doing that work. There's something you need to perfect, and it's something in regards to your own happiness, your own inner happiness. You probably do need to clear something to do with this Three of Swords energy, which is something that's heartbreaking, something that was very disappointing, probably from your past. There's some kind of situation from your past that you've not quite let go of yet. So go and continue with that shadow work and get that cleared out, because you don't want to enter into this relationship if you've still got a broken heart. You know, like You've got to get into that place where you're good on your own, you're self-sufficient, you've let go. Let go whatever it was that caused this for you, and completely let it go. Okay, and maybe it'll help you to know that whatever that was, and it was painful. I can tell right from the Destroyer card that it was painful for you. Know that it was because it was meant to be. That sounds horrible, doesn't it, if it's something painful for you. Know that it's the universe moving you onto your true path, your authentic path, getting you in alignment with your hopes and dreams and wishes from childhood, because they want to give you the thing that's right. something that's not being said. So they want to get you into this position where they're going to remove that. They're going to go, right, okay, it's time to go, and they're just going to let you go, fall into that portal, into this brand new life. It's your dreams, your wishes, your happiness, the place where you're meant to be. It's meant to be. This time it's meant to be. Yeah, should have known. So walking away, that's leaving that gate, right? That's going through the portal. That is coming for you. So many cards here about this brand. They're all the same cards. I can see the deceit card there. There may have been some deceit that caused this heartbreak. Look at this. So I was talking about intuition and the colour purple here. Following intuition, trusting fate. Look at the purple cards of Archangel Uriel here. The crown chakra there opening up. It's like this divine knowledge, divine wisdom. Angel of balance, right? Same message. Patience. Same message here in your advice. So I'm going to read all this advice for you, and then we're going to call it a day, and good luck with that. So number 41, fives are about change. 4 and 1 makes 5. I picked up the wrong book. Okay, I'm using this deck. You're not going to believe it. I'm using this deck here, but I got it confused with the book from this deck, which is this one. So I looked up number 41 without realising I was using the wrong book, and look what I've got. Soulmates. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there for you to pause and read that through if you want to, because I feel like some of you were meant to see that. Okay. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe it was the soulmate card. 41, right, 41 in the proper deck. Seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel, is also the last chakra of the body. The chakra energy rises like a serpent, right, Kundalini, from the base chakra at the bottom of the spine up through your body, through all the other chakras, and the crown chakra is the final chakra. So if you go and look it up, the chakras activate at different ages as like a baseline age. So this is kind of like... you get to your 7th chakra quite late in life. It's like about your 50s, I think, for most people, late 40s, 50s. So if you're doing it earlier than that, then you're doing really, really bloody well. But yeah, it's the final chakra of the body to activate, and it happens kind of when you've done all this learning, right? When you've... just go and look it up, because I'm going to run out of time. The 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. Spirit connections, intuition and inspiration. Upright. The beautiful angel Uriel, also called the fire of God, wears a brilliant crystal crown vibrating with passionate connection to the divine. She brings great power to your 7th energy center, which is called the crown chakra and is located at the top of your head. This card upright indicates an open and free-flowing channel of information and inspiration from the wonderful beings in the spirit world. This could also be a time of great intuition for you and guidance from your higher awareness, so allow yourself to quiet your mind and listen. Now is a great time to get connected. The assistance from Spirit is great, and whether it's the presence of an ascended master, a powerful angel like Uriel, or just a loving friend or family member in spirit, their love and willingness to assist is always there. They even open you to the Akashic records or Alaya consciousness, the storehouse of all information. This connection is open now, and you'll find your own spirit and the spirits of those around you will be able to provide the answers you seek and the blessings you desire and deserve. Book as well. It's a really pretty book. Okay, so 48 in the right book. Then shut the window because someone's parked right outside. There we go. Okay, the Angel of Balance. Being centered, I was talking about that, and self-honoring in your choices. This loving presence holds a picture of liquid light in the front. This loving presence holds a pitcher of liquid light in front of the pyramids, reminding you that a strong destiny relies on a solid foundation of personal balance and emotional equanimity. Although things may have been out of sync in the past, this card is telling you that a greater equilibrium is now coming to your life. I'm laughing, I'll tell you why in a minute. Remain conscious about how you are balancing your goals and your physical and emotional energy as well. Whether you feel yourself getting off center or losing focus, call upon this beautiful angel and bring her intention into your heart center. Your intuition will lead you in the right direction, and the angel will guide you to a peaceful and centered approach. So I'll just quickly show you that one because you might want to pause that and have a look at it. She just flipped upside down, so there is someone who's off center, off balance, and I don't think I showed you Archangel Uriel, so here we go. Just so you can read that at your own leisure if you want to pause that. Now the reason why, one second and I'll show you why I'm laughing. Okay, the reason why I'm laughing, just getting another deck out here, is because I was originally going to use this deck for the advice cards, and for some reason at the last minute I swapped and went for this deck. And I should have just gone with my instinct to use the Akashic Tarot. I don't know why I changed my mind at the last moment, but everything happens for a reason. But the reason why I'm laughing is because it doesn't matter which deck I use, because they're going to get me the message that they want one way or another. Now we've got Uriel, this Angel of Balance in Egypt. Now the Uriel card in the Akashic Tarot deck is... so I'm going to read this for you, because clearly that's what they were trying to get at. Uriel and Sphinx. Right, okay. The angel Uriel stands before the Sphinx under a full moon. The Sphinx is usually shown with the body of a lion, indicating strength, and the head of a king, showing authority and intelligence. But more than this, the Sphinx represents the enigmatic and inscrutable, the silent holder of truth and the ancient mysteries of the world. This was meant to be a 20-minute reading. Here the Archangel Uriel connects and confers with this great source of mystery. This card shows that it's time for you to do the most important and possibly the most difficult work in your life. The digging and inner discovery that takes you to your deepest self and your deepest power. Even the great Sphinx has to be dug out many times from the blowing desert sands that buried it up to its neck, and you must dig diligently too. You may have to chip away at the rock-like substance of your old beliefs and histories so that you can get to the truth inside. But don't worry, you have begun already and you've made considerable inroads. There's also someone to help you, Uriel, whose name means fire of God. This could be your guardian angel. You can work directly in your meditations with this archangel for self-understanding, transformation and guidance. Also be on the lookout for someone in your daily life whom Uriel has sent. This could be a teacher, a mentor, or even a new friend who shares a kinship with you about your inner quest. It is a relationship of great value that comes at a time of profound power. Don't diminish the importance of this phase. It is the work that leads you to your initiation and to your higher power. There you go. So they got what they wanted from me, one way or another. Why do I even think? Why do I think I should just do? There you go. So quickly, because I'm about to run out of time, I really need to clear my my phone. That's what I need to clear out. All the junk that's on my phone. I took too many pictures yesterday in London now, so I've got no space on my phone anymore. Patience. A peaceful presence, letting go of desperation. This card shows a beautiful angel holding a clock in the stillness of winter. Her quiet, peaceful energy is telling you that it's time to release the old urgency, I'm urgent, and to look at things with a much clearer perspective. When this card is upright, it's telling you to relax and let go of the single-minded desperation that's been driving you. Don't try to force your will on only one option. When you think there's only one solution to satisfy your need or make you happy, you are blocking many other potential solutions from coming your way. Let go of the anxiety and be flexible. Be patient, open and creative. Choose to be peaceful in the present. The universe has more options than you may be aware of. Exactly. Quiet your mind, broaden your perspective and let them come through. Okay, I feel like that's advice for me today. Here you go. So I'm going to love you and leave you there. It's a good thing you can pause time, right? So time's urgent for me, but you might have all the time in the world to pause and read your advice at your own leisure. Right, guys, I love you. Take care. Good luck with that. It looks amazing. And I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.